RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Manakee Jewelers. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. Olin Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Professional, independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Dentistry with TLC, stop hiding and start smiling. Quality Buick, Pontiac, GMC, Cadillac, serving the Riverbend for 52 years.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Alton Redbirds softball. We're at Alton High School for our live play-by-play coverage of the Lady Redbirds and the Belleville West Lady Maroons. That means Southwestern Conference action here today. A very sunny, windy, warm day. And with Louis Korak, Brent Berklin here with you at Alton High today as we get ready for some softball. Louis, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and you want to stress the windy part.
It is windy.
Yes. The center field flag is still out there. Now, whether it's still there by the end of the game, we'll only know. I mean, it's whipping hard. It's blowing from right to left. And I don't know, you get a ball into a jet stream here today, you may get something carry out in the left field.
It looks like it might be blowing in to right, but then out to left, or at least toward that left field foul pole. And 200 down the lines here, 200 to center field, too, for the Redbirds and the Maroons. Redbirds here at home, and they have a record of 5-1 on the season, and they are 2-0 in the conference. Couple of big wins last week, and they're going for more conference victories this week as they will play today through Friday, weather permitting, but they do have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday softball this week. Belleville West comes to town just 2-2. They are 1-1 to start the conference this year.
Well, you want to build off of this. It's another conference game for Alton. You want to go to 3-0. It's important before you get into some of the better teams in that conference, namely, number one, before you run into that Edwardsville team that well, you look at that score when they played against Belleville West last week, you almost don't believe your eyes when you see 20-0. That just doesn't sound like Belleville West softball.
No, it doesn't at all. 20-0 was the score last Tuesday, March the 30th. Well, they'll play O'Fallon later this week. Alton and O'Fallon this week. Friday they have a game against Freeburg, so we'll have to see how things go. And Highland, you look at Highland, and their coaches are here scouting today because Alton is scheduled to play Highland tomorrow, and then a doubleheader, Highland and Belleville West, this Saturday. So Highland is looking at both of these two teams this week.
You can get your fill of both squads that you have to face here, and what better way than come out on a day like today, and Highland coming off a big win yesterday.
10 innings, and I was out at Gordon Moore Park seeing some great softball yesterday. It was 0-0 in the 10th inning when Highland scored 2 against Marquette and improved to 7-0 with that 2-0 win. Marquette off to a good start, too. They're 7-2 on the year, just their second loss. And it was a 2-0 loss to Highland on Monday. But Haley Wyszinski now taking her warm-up tosses for Alton High. She will be facing Belleville West today. Redbirds in their red jerseys and the white pants. Maroons in their maroon jerseys and the white pants as we get ready for softball this afternoon. Again, Alton 5-1 on the season. And we were here for their only loss. That was to Roxana, Lou.
So, in other words, they're 0-1 in the times we see them.
That's true, on the radio.
Yeah, and I'm sure Dan Carter's not the type of guy that'll bring that up if we bring him any more bad luck.
They just need to keep winning. That's what he's worried about now. Again, Highland on the schedule for tomorrow. And then Thursday, another conference game. Then Friday, they're going to play Lebanon, another tough team for softball always. On Thursday, it's a game against East St. Louis, by the way, at Eastside. Right now, we get ready for softball today in the 4 o'clock hour, and Belleville West will start it off against Wyszinski with their right fielder, and that is Krista Malam from the left side, wearing number 7. And the first pitch of the day is up and away for a ball, and we are underway, top of the first.
Well, as a right-handed pitcher, you have that luxury where you can start these pitches in on the left-handed batters, and it's going from right to left. You can probably get it right over the heart of the plate if you work inside.
She's going to bunts it foul. Let's tell you about the Alton defense. It is Tickner, as usual, behind the plate. Catcher, Wyszinski the pitcher. Ryan at third, Callahan at short, Fritz at second, Gibbs at first. No change there around the infield for this season, really. Hartman in left, Dudley in center, Sutton in right field. And Malam gets ready for another one, and here it comes. And she slaps it to short. Callahan there, charging and throwing. There's one out.
Yeah, like you said, just slapped at the ball running away from the left-handed batter. Puts it in play, but Callahan's usually pretty sure-handed over there. Makes the play, scoop and throw, and we're up, one down.
Now it's Megan Ryer. Ryer, the center fielder, will be followed by the shortstop, Bierman. That's Claire Bierman. There's a shot foul down the third base line. Lindsey Ryan reaching over the line in front of the bag, but it's scooted by her into the left field corner for strike one. No score, top of the first, and we're glad you joined us here on the radio or maybe on the internet. AltonDailyNews.com, WBGZRadio.com to link up to play-by-play all spring long, baseball and softball. There's a pop foul, third base side, short left field, foul. It drops between the shortstop and left fielder for strike two.
Wind taking it away, and I'm sure you can hear this over our speakers.
It's really a steady wind instead of gusting at times. It's pretty steady and strong.
Luckily, we're in the 80s. That's all I can say.
Oh, yes. No wind chill today. The pitch. Outside, Wyszinski wastes one there, and it's 1-2 now from the right-hander, Haley Wyszinski, the junior pitcher.
That's a good spot, though. To the right-handed batters with the wind blowing from right to left, you work it outside to inside, and that's a good opportunity there.
Change up is popped up to short. Callahan again, and she grabs the pop, 2 down.
Again, she's in a tough spot. Both of them over there on the left side looking into that sun field, and she's got no visor on, so braving the sun and making the play. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, the only fielders without visors are at first and short. Now that you mention that, our left field either. Kristen Hartman has sunglasses out there in left, but no visor. Pitch is high to their shortstop now, Claire Bierman, ball one. Catcher will be next.
But Callahan is wearing the eye black.
That's true.
Which to me, a lot of times I just don't see how much that really helps.
A chopper to third. Lindsey Ryan fires across out there, and that ends the inning. 2 ground outs and a pop out, all on the infield there. It's 1-2-3. The Redbirds coming up. First inning, no score. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. In just minutes, I can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance, today at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Back at the ballpark, it is girls Riverbend softball today at Alton High School off of Humbert Road, and it's the Lady Redbirds and the Lady Maroons today. Belleville West went down 1-2-3. Now it's the Redbirds' turn against right-hander Chelsea Widehour. Widehour is a right-handed pitcher, And she was their number 2 pitcher last year when they went 23-9. She was 11-2 last year. Behind Elise Miller, and now it's Widehour, who brings it to Wyszinski, and it is strike 1. Wyszinski, Tickner, and Callahan at the top for Coach Dan Carter. Gibbs, Dudley, and Hartman in the middle 3. Middle of the lineup. Then the bottom 3, Sutton, Striegel, the designated hitter for Fritz, and then Ryan bats 9th, swing and a miss, 0-2 here.
Good change up there. Got Haley out on her front foot, and she's quickly in an 0-2 hole.
Wyszinski, one of the leading hitters in the entire area. Missouri, Illinois, St. Louis area. Swinging a deep fly to left. Left fielder going back, way back, and it is gone. A home run to straightaway left, and a little bit of help from the wind, as we mentioned earlier, but she clubbed it to left field on 0-2. It's 1-0.
Well, Widehour made a mistake there, definitely. And like I said, boy, you get one up into the jet stream here in left field. That ball has got the opportunity to carry out of here, and that was just an 0-2 mistake. Pitch was up in the zone. Haley went up and got it, and boy, made no mistake about it. That thing cleared the fence in left field by a good 10 feet or so.
1-0 with one swing of the bat, a home run to left. And now it will be Tickner, the catcher, who will dig in from the right side, which will now give me a chance to look at Haley's stats. As I mentioned, one of the top hitters in the area. That's her first home run of the year, but hitting .630 coming in. So that's her 18th hit, 28 at-bats.
That's okay.
That's not bad.
Not too shabby at all.
It's the 8th RBI of the year. Swing and a miss, 0-2, but it was 0-2 a moment ago to Wyszinski. Now Tickner at 0-2.
Change up on the 0-1 pitch there, and again, these Alton batters may have to adjust to that. Looks like Widehour does have a nice off-speed delivery.
Ground ball foul. The other home run for Alton this year belongs to Allison Callahan, and these Redbirds doing some hitting. Callahan at 400, Gibbs at 450. Tickner, this batter, second on the team, 480, behind Wyszinski's 600-plus batting average. The catcher for Alton waits and takes outside.
Close delivery there. Just off the plate, though.
Widehour the pitcher, Bossler the catcher. It's Beegler at third, Bierman at short, Killian at second, Dane at first. 1-2 pitch. Tickner swing and a miss, low and away, and missed it.
Another off-speed delivery there, a little slurve delivery would look like there, and ball had some nice dip on it at the end. Dip right into about a foot or so off the dirt maybe, and nice 1-2 pitch there, and a strikeout and the first out of the bottom of the half of the first here.
This time on 2 strikes, she keeps the ball down. On Wyszinski, the ball was up.
I think that might be wise today.
Yeah. Wyszinski sent it up, and away, and Allison Callahan takes a strike. It's 0-1.
Now again, you hit anything to left field here, it's got the chance to get out, and boy, we saw it on that first batter. Ball's definitely going to carry to left field.
Swing and a miss, up and in, up in her eyes, 0-2.
It's the first rise ball we've seen here today, and it was pretty effective there, and Callahan went after a pitch. That ball was up in her eyes.
Here's the pitch, swing and a pop-up behind second base. Shortstop out and under it, and Bierman grabs it, 2 down.
Well, she made a good play there, anticipating the ball was going to carry a little more than it did, and that time ball hit towards center field, and it looks like the wind kind of knocked it down a little bit, but she stayed with it and made a nice play.
Looked like it was headed to short center behind the bag at second, but shortstop camped under it. Now Gibbs, the batter. Line drive down the line, fair ball right on the line and into the left field corner. It'll rattle against the wall for a double for Gibbs with 2 out.
Well, pitch was running away from her, and to be able to hit a line drive, that's a good piece of hitting because the right-handed batter, and if a pitch is running away, more times than not, you're going to hit into hit a ground ball, either the third or the short, but nice looking line drive there, and like you said, just inside the line, and a 2-out double and a runner in scoring position.
Shelby Dudley, sophomore center fielder, takes the ball up and in. Dudley will be followed by Hartman, junior. 3 seniors on the roster, Sutton, Tickner, and Callahan starting, all starters. There's another pitch high, 2-0. So Taylor Gibbs with a 2-out double after the leadoff home run. Pitch on the way, low and away, 3-0.
Well, you got a base open at first base, so may not be the worst thing in the world with the number 7 hitter on deck.
Here's the pitch. Takes a strike, 3-1. Taking all the way with Hartman on deck and 2 down. Maybe the other Belleville West pitcher loosening up a little bit. Probably just between starts there. It's a swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. The batter goes to the dugout thinking she's finished, but it's 3-2. She'll come back.
Yeah, worked it all the way back. It was 3-0. Now it's 3-2.
Shelby Dudley waits from the right side. Payoff pitch now. It's strike 3 called. Outside corner, and the pitcher gets the call and the strikeout. 2 in the inning, 2 hits in the inning, too, including the leadoff home run. So after 1, it's Alton, 1-0 over Belleville West. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
Do you want a lower house payment without having to move? Olin Community Credit Union has made refinancing easy for you. With their online mortgage center, you can view current rates, apply online, sign up for Rate Watch, or contact one of Olin Community Credit Union's mortgage representatives. What are you waiting for? Call 618-258-3168 or visit online at www.olincreditunion.org to access their online mortgage center where you can apply and receive an answer anytime, anywhere.
With Louis Korak, Brent Birkeland back with you. And after 1 inning, Wyszinski and the Redbirds lead it 1-0. She's back in the circle after hitting a leadoff home run to give her team the lead. And now she's pitching with a 1-0 lead thanks to her big swing there.
Staked herself to a lead, and 0-2 pitch. She took it over to left field fence, 1-0, second inning. And let's see if she's able to pitch any differently here now, working with a lead.
And it's a strike on the inside corner to the catcher, Bassler. The cleanup hitter, strike 1. 1-2-3 in the first inning for Belleville West. And their second-year head coach, Kelly Baltz, coaching at third. Swing and a line drive by the pitcher. Second baseman there, flipped to first and out at first. Fritz to Gibbs, 1 down.
That was a close play, though. Bassler hustling all the way up the line and made that a lot closer than it could have been, but nonetheless, 4 up, 4 down. Haley has gotten 3 ground balls and a pop-up and 1 out in the second inning here.
Junior pitcher Chelsea Whitehour takes a ball. Upstairs just a bit, says the umpire. Tickner asked the home plate umpire where that pitch was. Ball 1.
It's windy, if you can tell.
It's windy. Swing and a miss. There's a strike. Beegler will be next. Mackenzie Beegler, third baseman. Becky Killian will bat 7th. Change up, floats outside for a ball. 2-1 to the Belleville West pitcher. Alton with a lead, 1-0. We're in the second inning now. Inside on the corner, though, just above the knees for a strike.
I don't know if the counterpart pitcher here cared for that call, but nonetheless, it's 2-2.
Given the inside of the plate. A little bit here to start the game. Change up, tapped, foul down the third base line. Third baseman Ryan coming in, but it just rolled foul.
Probably wise to let it go foul because you play that in fair territory there. That's going to be a base hit.
Coach Dan Carter in his 11th year as the softball coach at Alton High. 220 wins in his career, I believe, is the count now. Over 200 for sure. Swinging a ground ball, cut off by the third baseman. Ryan bobbles it, has time, but throws low. Safe at first with one out.
After the first bobble, a lot of times you got to understand who's running up the line and don't necessarily have to rush the throw, but she does there and throws it low, and a one-out error gives the visitors their first base runner of the afternoon.
And number 1, Mercedes Orange, will be the runner down at first. Courtesy runner for the pitcher. So Mercedes Orange, number 1 at first, and Beegler, the batter. Mackenzie Beegler, third baseman, bats 6th in the order for Coach Kelly Baltz. First pitch is down low for a ball. Coaching first base, assistant coach Bob Flake. Right-hander against right-hander here in the second inning. 1 on, 1 out. Beegler waits. The pitch from Wyszinski popped into short left. Foul ball, and it's going to drop in short left for a strike.
Unless you hit it on a line anywhere around this left side of the line here, chances are it's going to land in the foul territory unless you hit it on a frozen rope. Kind of like Taylor Gibbs did in that first inning.
Right on the line for a double.
The wind's just going to take it into foul territory.
Here's another pitch from Wyszinski. Swing and a miss as she took something off.
That's a nice change up there. Get the batter well out in front. Good location as well. Not too much of the plate, but just enough of it to get the batter to bite.
So now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out. Top of the second inning. The Redbirds with a lead on the Maroons here. Ground ball to third. Trapped there by Ryan. Nice play. As she goes down to a knee, throws to first, and there's 2 outs, runner at second.
Well, you fielded cleanly and much more confident throwing the ball across, and it was a good solid throw from Ryan to get the out. But the runner moves up to second and in scoring position with 2 outs, and the number 7 hitter, Killian, to the plate.
Becky Killian from the right side with 2 down. Here's the pitch. And it's up and away. A little outside, ball 1.
Looked good.
From this angle. One ball, no strikes. Here comes another, swinging a foul at home plate. It's 1-1. Wyszinski gets the softball back. Tickner with the sign behind the plate. Catcher looks into the Alton dugout, first base side. Belleville West has the dugout in the third base side. Swing and another tap foul. Back to the screen. Strike 2.
Trying to jam these right-handed batters might not be a bad idea, but if you're going to go in there, though, you want to make sure the ball's inside enough and don't want to make a mistake and get it over the heart of the plate. We saw what happened when Alton was at the plate. Wyszinski got it over the heart of the plate, and she didn't make a mistake with it.
Here's the next. Floats outside for a ball. We mentioned West is 2-2. They've beaten Columbia and East St. Louis. They lost to Edwardsville and Jabot. And 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Change up again and a strikeout for Wyszinski, her first of the day, and that ends the second inning for the Maroons. Bottom of the second coming up. Redbirds 1-0 over the Maroons. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Honey, who does our car insurance?
State Farm.
And what about our house?
State Farm, too.
And what about our life insurance?
Why do you ask?
Well, I've got something to tell you.
Bringing new life into the world is one of many great reasons to talk about life insurance. So contact your State Farm agent today. They'll help you choose the right coverage.
Contact Tom Lane to discuss all of your life insurance needs at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
Everybody's saying buy American, but not me. I just want you to come drive American. Come out today and see for yourself. No one has a more impressive selection of vehicles than Ford. Whether it's a Focus, Fusion, Escape, Edge, F-150, or any other Ford product, no one can beat Ford's quality. Not Toyota, not Honda, not anybody.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years, just off Route 3 or Highway 67 in Alton, or at RobertsMotors.com.
Louis Korak and Bryn Berkland back here at the ballpark. Alton High softball today. Redbirds lead it 1-0. Bottom of the second inning, and Alton High with Hartman, Sutton, and Striegel. If anybody gets on, number 9 hitter Ryan will bat. Ball 1 to Hartman.
Well, they'll look to build on that lead after getting the home run from Wyszinski, and they got 2 hits in that inning, both extra base hits. They stranded 1 runner. And that was the problem that we saw here last week when they played against Roxana. How many runners did they strand on base? A ton.
They had 12 hits.
And only 1 run.
1 run. Because they've been able to hit the ball all year long. That's not been a problem. This is game 7.
And I guess the execution, when you get runners on base, that's what they were lacking, especially in that game. So it's the only time that we've been able to actually see them. We haven't seen one of their wins yet.
Kristen Hartman Davis. Hartman swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. She's hitting .333.
That's a pretty good change up there. Again, this pitcher not afraid to use it. Neither one really going with much of the rise ball. We've only seen 1 rise ball here today so far, and that's from this hurler here.
Pitch. Low for a ball. Well, with all of the big hitters they have at the top of the order, this hitter here leads the team right now in RBIs with 10. 8 now for Wyszinski, 6 for Gibbs.
Well, they set the table at the top of that order.
1 hop back to the pitcher's circle, and Whitehour throws to first, and that's out number 1.
Well, as I was saying, they set the tone at the top of the order. They do the job of getting on base. It's up to these 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters to get them around, and it's up to them also to get on base. That way you can have those top 3 or 4 hitters up at the plate with runners on base.
High for a ball to Sutton, ball 1. Emily Sutton, one of the 3 seniors, digs in. Here comes another swing and a pop foul, back and out of play. 1-1. One of the seniors, Sutton here, plays out in the outfield. Another senior behind the plate, catcher, and then another senior in the infield. Redbirds with 1 out, nobody on base. Up and away for a ball. Striegel will be next. Shelby Striegel, the designated hitter for Taylor Fritz. 2-1 delivery. Inside, ball 3.
Not a bad spot, just a little too far inside again. If you're going to work these right-handed batters inside, get it far enough in where they can't hurt you. If you get too much of the plate, we've seen already what's happened.
Ground ball up the middle and scoots by the shortstop and gets in the gap there in left center field. Left fielder with a nice play to get it back in quickly, though. Shelton cutting that off and holding Sutton to a sharp single up the middle.
Well, hit the ball hard, and that's a tough pitch to handle because it's low. One, it's about ankle high. It's running away. She does a good job of getting the bat on the ball. scoots it up the middle, and almost gets to the fence, which easily would have turned it into a double, maybe a triple, but Alton with runner on base, 1 out.
Number 9 hitter will bunt. Third baseman scoops and throws high, but out. 5-4 on that put out, and Striegel with a nice bunt, 2 down, and the runner to second base.
Good job of execution, get that runner into scoring position. The number 9 hitter Ryan, now somehow she can work her way on base. It's going to be back to the top, and Haley is on deck, and she's 1 for 1, so a big spot here for Ryan, maybe a base hit. You bring in another run and make it 2-0.
Ball low and away. Lindsey Ryan even hitting .273 in the number 9 spot. By the way, for Sutton a moment ago, just her 4th hit of the year. Hitting just under 200, but hit number 4, and she's at second base. 2 down, and there's a strike on the inside edge. 1-1 with 2 down and 1 on. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Lindsey Ryan fouls it back to the screen. 2 strikes now. Coach Dan Carter at third. One of his assistants, Carly Thurston, coaching down at first. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Went too far. It was down in the dirt. And it is a strike. They throw to first to complete the strikeout. And that's the end of the inning. 3 strikeouts in 2 innings now for Whitehour. We've played 2 at Alton High. The Redbirds 1, the Maroons nothing. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith. My staff and I love to take great care of our patients. We constantly update our technology, which allows us to complete complex procedures quickly, saving you time and money. Our new Luma Smiles technology allows you to see your new smile without changing a thing.
Patient of the Month, Lewis Michael, won a free lunch for all his co-workers.
Come see what your smile can be at Dentistry with TLC.
I can do this. I can actually get her something she wants. Do something extraordinary. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection features the Hercules knot, the ancient symbol of strength that represents the unbreakable bond of love. She definitely deserves a diamond.
The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection, now available at Manakee Jewelers.
8, 9, and 1 batters for the Lady Maroons of Belleville West, making the bus trip to Alton today. Redbirds with a 1-0 lead on a home run in the first inning by pitcher Haley Wyszinski. We go to the top of the 3rd inning now at 1-0.
Like you said, the bottom 2, then back to the top, and only 1 base runner so far for the Maroons through 2 innings, and that came on an error, so no hits allowed for Haley thus far, doing a good job. She's got 1 strikeout, getting ground balls, which is key today. Keep the ball out of the air, and you're probably going to be in good shape.
Well, the sun ducks under a cloud for just a moment here, and
good.
Here's the pitch, and it is a strike call. Tomorrow's action, weather permitting, Alton and Highland in softball. Highland at a solid 7-0 start. Wyszinski with another, swinging a foul at the feet of the catcher, Tickner.
Doing a good job of keeping the ball down low, and it's really been key for her so far in getting those ground ball outs.
Mackenzie Shelton at the plate. Left fielder for West. Pitch on the way. Base hit into left field. Sharp single between short and third on 0-2.
Yeah, that was probably Haley's first mistake. That ball got enough of the plate and up, which is one of a few times that actually she's gotten the ball up, and Shelton does a nice job, pulls it between third and short. The first hit for the visitors, and the second base runner and first leadoff runner that they've had on. Maybe a bunt situation here with the number 9 hitter up.
Mary Dane will bunt. She'll take a strike. Now they're going to steal, throw down, and the ball pops out of the glove of Taylor Fritz. It was there in time, and she probably would have been out.
Absolutely would have been out. A good throw. Got to complete the play there, and runner does move into second base on the stolen base.
Tickner with a good strong throw down there, but in and out of the glove of the second baseman.
Right on the bag, too. Just catch and drop your glove.
Now a bunt attempt. Bunts through it. Strike 2. Dane, number 9 hitter. Malam, the leadoff hitter, will be next. Here's the pitch. It's a bunt, and it's a fair ball in front of the plate. Throw to first, out there, and that was close to being a foul ball, but they call it fair there right at the edge of the corner of home plate.
Boy, and how close was that ball? The runner there dropped the bat right in front of home plate. How close was that ball to hitting the bat?
So she bunts her to third with 1 out.
So the sacrifice works. 1-3 on the putout. Runner does move into third base now with 1 out. And Dan Carter is going to bring in the infield.
Runs up in the batter's box to take a slap at it, but instead takes a strike. It's 0-1. A 1 pitch. That one is slapped to the pitcher. Throw home. Tickner is there with the ball. Out at home plate. Wyszinski to Tickner, and it was a quick decision by the pitcher, and she made the right one.
Well, a very good play there, and I'm looking at the coach for Belleville West over there, and I don't know if that was expected there, the runner to come home. More times than not, you expect the ball to get past the pitcher before you send him home, so maybe that was the runner going on her own, but nonetheless, Alton cuts down that tying run. Very important to do that, so now we have a runner on first and 2 down in the inning.
Tickner with the tag, and out number 2. There's a foul ball by Ryer. Strike 1.
So 1-2 on the putout at home. Haley goes to her left and makes a good throw, and they cut that tying run down.
Right near the front of the pitcher's circle. There's a ground ball to short. Callahan bobbles it deep in the hole at short. She won't make a throw. It's 2 on, 2 out.
Well, it's a hard hit ball, and I don't know if she would have had a play anyway because their runner was motoring up that line at first base. She fields that cleanly. She's deep in the hole at short. And it would have been an awfully tough play to make to get that runner at first base, a speedy runner. So now 2 on, 2 outs, number 3 hitter, Bierman to the plate.
Claire Bierman, shortstop, waits, and hits one up the middle. It's a base hit into center field. Runner around second, and they'll hold her at third.
Oh, wow.
They hold her at third on a base hit. Now they got the runner caught between second and third. They throw home, and here comes the runner out at home again. And a base running mistake by 1 or 2 Maroons there, and it's out at home again.
Boy, I can't believe that they didn't send. It's 2 outs and the runner's at second base, and you don't send that runner home. That's where it all started there, and I thought for sure that run was going to score. The ball comes in from center field. Next thing you know, the back runner, Ryer, she's rounding second base, and they had her hung up, and the next thing you know, Mulham's coming home. So a strange way to end the inning, and Alton comes out of all this still with a 1-0 lead.
And 2 runners out at home plate in that third inning. Bottom of the third coming up. Redbirds 1-0 over Belleville West. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got top, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from Tony.
Yeah! Woo!
The Oilers center ice. 13 has it. Oh, a shot a little bit wide. Oilers keep it in the zone.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
Maroons now with 3 hits and 3 runners left on, but 2 runners out at home plate in that 3rd inning. We go to the bottom of the 3rd now, and the Redbirds lead it, still lead it, 1-0 over West. Louis Korak and Brent Birkeland back with you, and some good defense by the Redbirds, even though West hit the ball there with 3 hits.
Well, they made some mistakes on the bases, and Alton took advantage of it with good defense, and they maintain the lead. Now they have the top of the order up here, looking to extend that lead.
Wyszinski, the top of the order up there with a home runner last time up. That was in the 1st. Tickner and Callahan will follow. This is a fly ball to center field. Center fielder under it. Ryer has it. 1 out.
Well, it's going to hold up out there. And camped under at Ryer real easy. Just a few steps to her right and makes the catch. Haley's now 1 for 2 on the day.
Now Tickner come into the day hitting .480. Second on the team. Struck out her first time. Redbirds with 3 hits. West with 3 hits. The pitch, swing and a line drive into right center field, and it falls for a hit. Center fielder over there quickly in the right center gap, but single for Tickner.
Well, she muscles it out into right center field. The ball is up and in, and she's able to somehow muscle it out there and hits her first hit. She's 1 for 2 now. Now you've got 3-4 coming up, and these are some of your better contact hitters, so an opportunity to extend this 1-0 lead.
Wild pitch outside, and Tickner will scoot to second with 1 out.
Well, that's even better. You get that runner in the scoring position now with 3-4 coming up. They make any kind of contact here and get base hits. You can be sure Dan Carter's going to be aggressive here, depending on where the ball's hit.
Callahan swing and a miss, 1-1. Callahan looking for something to drive here and looking to drive in a run. She has 3 RBIs this year. Foul ball as she was way out in front of that one. Pulls it to left. Out of play. 2 strikes and a ball. 1 on, 1 out. Callahan popped to short in the 1st. Bottom of the 3rd inning here. Wideauer brings it home, swinging a foul off the very end of the bat.
Oh, it's a changeup, and she does just enough to make contact, like you said, right off the end of the bat.
Behind us, off to our right, the JV game going on here at Alton High, Belleville West and Alton. Outside, that one sails away, 2-2. Callahan waits. Here's the pitch. With a runner at second. Line drive to short out there, and they tag Tickner, and the shortstop with an unassisted double play, and that ends the 3rd. We'll go to the 4th just like that. Redbirds lead it 1-0 over the Maroons. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
You've worked hard to get where you are, to achieve your goals, and that's why we'll work just as hard to help make sure all you've built has the right protection. As a local independent agent, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family, providing safe, sound, secure protection with Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
See Macias Insurance Agency on West Delmar Avenue in Godfrey.
Hi, George Weber.
Here's 3 more great reasons to visit Weber Chevrolet this fall. Number 1, product. Chevrolet has the best lineup of vehicles in the market today. Cobalt, Malibu, Impala, Silverado, Traverse, Equinox. Reason number 2, the deals. Right now, we have extra incentives and aggressive pricing on all of our units, resulting in huge savings. Number 3, your trade-in. After Cash for Clunkers, we were forced to crush so many of our trades that our pre-owned inventory needs some help. Your used vehicle has never been worth more.
With Louis Korak, Brent Berklin back with you here. 4th inning at Alton High now, 1-0. Redbirds with the lead as we get close to 5 o'clock here on this Tuesday afternoon. We have baseball later this week, Thursday and Friday. This will be the only softball on the radio this week. Next softball will be a week from today. Next Tuesday, that'll be CM and Southwestern, I believe, from Bethalto. 1-0 Alton here in the 4th.
4-5-6 coming up for Belleville West, down by a run. Boy, they had their opportunities to not only tie it, but take the lead in that 3rd inning. Some base running, a base running blunder there. Really, I'd say a couple of them. You send a runner from 3rd base without the ball getting by the pitcher. 1 run caught there, and then a base hit with 2 outs. You don't score another one there. A couple of opportunities were missed. We'll see if those come back and hurt them.
Strike 1 to Bossler here. Jackie Bossler, the catcher. She's a senior. Pitch on the way from Wyszinski. Another strike called. It's 0-2.
Inside part of the plate twice. Catches the corner and quickly ahead. 2 strikes to none here is Haley.
Foul ball off to the right near the Alton dugout, first base side. Bossler, Widehour, Beegler, 4, 5, and 6 here for the Maroons, who again are 2-2 on the season. They have O'Fallon coming up Thursday in the conference. Here's the next, low and away, and the rain should be in and out of here by that time, Thursday, Gabe.
And we'll probably have to have jackets on again.
And low in the 40s, or at 40 for a low. Line drive, base hit into center field, right past the pitcher into center quickly.
Oh, that was a rope there. Haley did a good job just to get her head out of the way there. That thing was ripped right back at her. Tried to go with a 1-2 change up there again, and good piece of hitting for Bossler, the catcher. Leadoff man on again. 4th hit of the day for the Maroons, and tying run on at first.
Pitch is low for a ball. So again, she gets 2 strikes on the hitter, but leaves that changeup up again, and that hurts again.
She's been hurt when she has left her pitches up and over the strike zone.
1-0 pitch to the number 5 hitter. That's the pitcher. Widehour takes outside, 2-0. 1-0 Redbirds, 4th inning here at Alton High School. 2-0 pitch coming up. Here it is. It's just low for a ball.
You want to be careful here. You don't want to walk this batter and put 2 on and nobody out. You have 6, 7, 8 coming up, but regardless, you get yourself in a world of trouble. You get the first 2 runners on base here, so tough job for Haley to come back here.
There's a strike called, outside corner, right at the belt, 3-1. Now a 3-1 pitch, and it's down and in for ball 4. 2 on and nobody out.
I believe that's our first walk today, right?
Mm-hmm.
By either pitcher. And of course, here comes the pinch runner again.
And that will be Orange again. A single and a walk. And nobody out. Redbirds need some more defense. Here's the pitch. Swing and a fly ball to left. Left fielder Hartman coming in, makes the basket catch, throw to second, and that's a double play as the runner was halfway to third, but Hartman with a good running catch and then a fire to second base.
Boy, another base running mistake and a good job by Alton of taking advantage of it. I don't know where that runner is going there. There's no place for her to go. You don't even want to go halfway there because coming in, it's going to be a tough catch for Hartman to make. If she's able to make the catch, you get yourself back to the bag. The ball's in front of her. Really no excuse to get doubled up there. And boy, big break there for Alton. And they're now an out away from getting out of this inning, in an inning that had some potential again for the Maroons.
5 base runners in the last 2 innings, the third and the fourth, and the Maroons still without a run. Still trailing 1-0. Ground ball slowly hit. Pitcher out there. Wyszinski cuts it off. Throw to first to end the 4th inning for the Maroons. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. And you're in tune to WBGZ Alton. It's 5 o'clock and our score, Redbirds 1, the Maroons 0. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
To-do list rarely need more to do. So, at American Family, we offer a variety of products at affordable prices with the convenience of a single agent. From auto and homeowners to business and life insurance. This is Gerard Fisher with American Family Insurance. Give me a call at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown! Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Louis Korak and Brent Birkeland back here at Alton High. Softball rolling on here in the 5 o'clock hour now. With a 1-0 score, Redbirds hanging on with the lead.
Well, they've dodged a couple of bullets in the last 2 innings and still maintain that 1-0 lead. Probably be advisable for them to see if they can muster some offense here. We've had both teams at a couple of double plays. Alton, double play, Callahan hits into a double play to end the 3rd inning. He had a double play there in the top of the 4th, so some base running mistakes in the field, and Redbirds up now in the bottom half of the 4th.
Gibbs, Dudley, and Hartman here, and Taylor Gibbs will take the first pitch. It's ball 1 low in the bottom of the 4th inning. We're live at Alton High, sunshine and wind blowing out toward the left field corner. Right to left, there's a base hit into left center. Gibbs has extra bases again, up against the fence, on to second base with another double. She's 2 for 2.
Boy, that ball was hit on a line too. Couldn't have hit that any harder than she did, and she almost was picked off at second base there. Boy, she had to really get into second base just to make that a double. It was a good job of getting the ball back in. Beats it by about a step. And a leadoff double, and just exactly what Alton needed. Now they need to move her around somehow and get that extra run home.
Now that ball was maybe aimed by Taylor Gibbs right at the RiverBender.com camera in left center field. It was a double.
And Dan gives it the old thumbs up.
There's a bunt. Pitcher throws to first. Out there. Moves the runner to third with 1 down. Good bunt by Dudley.
Execution was perfect there. Runner at third, and now 1 out. And you've got Hartman up, and she grounded out to the pitcher, her first time up. But this is a big run to pick up if they can get it here, as we're in the bottom of the 4th.
And we mentioned Hartman leading the team in RBIs with 10. She just made a good defensive play on that basket catch in short left. Swing and a miss by the left fielder.
Well, Wiedauer will be looking for a strikeout here, and I'm really surprised the Maroons They're playing the corners in, but they're playing the middle infielders back, which is a little surprising to me. I would imagine with 6, 7, 8 here that they would be playing those fielders in.
There's a bunt attempt with the corners coming in. It's bunted foul, strike 2. I was thinking about a squeeze, but now it's 0-2.
Well, it looked like a safety squeeze maybe, but well, you're in a tough situation now. You just want to put the ball in play. If you can get it up the middle somewhere, you're going to get that run home.
Swing and a drive into right center field, and the right fielder makes the catch. Gibbs coming in. She will score, standing up, and they'll check third and see if she left too early, as that ball was in short right field.
No, they're going to appeal it. And I don't know who makes that call there, but it looks like they're going to appeal it.
I'm not sure if they need to throw it over to third and make it official, and now the home plate umpire says she's out. She left too early, and Coach Dan Carter will discuss that with the home plate umpire and argue just a little bit, and he says maybe just a step or two off of third base and just a step or two early. So that's the end of the inning, and there is yet another double play.
I guess it goes down as a 9-5 double play there, and double play ends the inning, and I guess he gets the explanation and is satisfied. The umpire, he does a good job. He explained it to him and said, here's what I saw. She left before the ball got to the glove, and the double play ends the inning.
And so it remains 1-0. Both teams with some chances here in the middle of the game, third and fourth innings. But we'll go to the fifth inning with still a 1-0 ball game. Alton leading West. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
At Olin Community Credit Union, they offer more than savings accounts, checking accounts, money markets, loans, and IRAs. They also offer a Visa Platinum card, which rewards their members with low rates, no annual fees, no hidden fees, no balance transfer fees, built-in safety features to protect your card from fraud, and a rewards program, which rewards you for every purchase you make. Apply today for an Olin Community Credit Union Visa Platinum card at www.olincreditunion.org.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
Well, the Redbirds with a double play to win the third inning, another double play to win the fourth inning on offense, as they had runners in scoring position, but still settle for a 1-0 lead here as we go to the fifth inning, back live here at Alton High School.
8, 9, and 1 due up for the Maroons, and both teams with opportunities to get some runs here in the last couple of innings. That solo home run in the bottom half of the first still holding up as our only offense here. We thought maybe the Redbirds had plated another one, but not the case. I thought that was the right call that was made, and Dan Carter didn't agree, but the umpire's decision is final, and he says out, and we move to the fifth.
Wyszinski throws one up and out of the strike zone to Shelton. Ball one to start the fifth. Game number 5 for Belleville West. They are 2-2 on the year. Alton with game number 7. They're 5-1 on the year. Ball 2, high again.
Shelton singled and was cut down at home. The first one that got cut down at home in that third inning.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. Out of play, left side. Again, Coach Dan Carter, assisted by Mike Redmond in the dugout and Carly Thurston in the dugout. I believe Carly Thurston was the class of 2005 for the Lady Redbirds. Here's a changeup, drops in there. No, they say outside. Wow, that was a good one. Fooled the umpire, I believe.
I believe you're right.
3-1. Three balls, one strike. The pitch, swing and a line drive into center field, and the number 8 hitter Shelton 2 for 2 with that single to center.
Well, you have to bring it over and bring it in, and the hitter can sit on a good pitch. 3-1. To me, it's the best count in baseball or softball. It's a hitter's count, and you can sit on something over the plate. She did so there. Takes it right back up the middle, and for the third straight inning, leadoff man is on, and the tying run is on.
Wyszinski will now face the number 9 hitter, Mary Dane. And she will be bunting, and it's in front of home plate. Lindsey Ryan has it. Throw to first, out. Taylor Gibbs covering there. Goes 5-3 on the bunt.
Good bunt. Good play and good throw. Runner does move up. And back to the top of the order, and Malam, the running, swinging, left-handed left fielder.
Slap hitter.
Yep. 0 for 2 here today. And she was also cut down at home, if you remember, to end that third inning.
Krista Malam. Malam takes inside, ball 1. Wyszinski asked the home plate umpire, was that inside? Was it high? 1 ball, no strikes to the leadoff hitter for the Lady Maroons. Slaps one to the pitcher. Wyszinski to first, out there. Runner still at second, 2 down.
And I'm looking at the coach again, and she's wondering why that runner does not move over to third base, because Haley didn't even turn to look at her there. She could have scooted into third base easily, so just some mental base running mistakes for Belleville West is really costing them here today.
Wyszinski rocks and fires, and it is a strike called to Ryer.
Singled in the third, was left stranded. 1 for 2.
Center fielder Megan Ryer, number 2 on her jersey. 5th inning, 1-0, Redbirds. Pitches outside, 1-1. Alton playing baseball at Belleville West today. O'Fallon and Edwardsville, the matchup 2 in baseball and softball. Southwestern Conference, ground ball to short. Callahan fires across, out at first, and that ends the 5th inning for West. Alton still leading 1-0 in the 5th. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Why is Roberts Motors #1 in Ford certified pre-owned sales in the St. Louis Metro East?
Visit the 169-point inspection all our vehicles go through.
Maybe it's because we've been doing it for over 60 years.
Or is it the large selection we keep in stock at all times?
Personally, I think the answer is all the above. Stop in today and see. Nobody does pre-owned better than Roberts Motors.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years in Alton, Illinois, or on the web at RiverBender.com.
So we'll retire to the mountains.
Oh, but I love the ocean.
There are places you want to get to in life, like retirement. And now your State Farm agent can help guide you with the free State Farm Insurance and Financial Review to prioritize your needs and help you plan a roadmap for your financial future.
Come on, nothing beats pine trees.
Except for palm trees.
Call and schedule yours today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Contact Tom Lane to lay out your roadmap to retirement today at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
Louis Korak and Brent Birkland back with you live at Alton High School for girls Southwestern Conference softball. First pitch swinging, fly ball to short right. The right fielder makes the grab, and Sutton pops out to short right, 1 out.
Swinging on the first pitch, ball was up. Loops it into right field, and at the last moment, the right fielder calls off the second baseman to make the play. Now Sutton 1 for 2, 7-8-9 here for Alton in this bottom half of the 5th.
And the lead still 1-0 with a run in the first, even though there's been a lot of action on the bases and a lot of double plays. for both teams. Ball one to Striegel here, the junior. Swing and a line drive, and it's over the second baseman's glove, and she thought she had it lined up, but it sails over her head.
Yeah, that wasn't missed by very much there. Boy, you see that. Second baseman, not exactly the tallest of players out there. You get someone with pretty average height there, that might just be a line drive, but nonetheless, it gets over the glove and a one-out single, and that would be 6 hits now for Alton.
5 hits for West. And foul ball for Lindsay Ryan. And we'll see if Ryan's going to bunt here as she now talks face-to-face with head coach Dan Carter halfway down the third base line. So they talk over the situation here with 1 on, 1 out. Ryan at the dish. One-hour ball game so far. It's 5:15, and the pitch bounces in. Good stop by Bossler to keep the runner at first.
Yeah, that ball gets by, and the runner will move into second base easily.
Strike one pitch on the way. It's popped up. Shortstop wants it. Bierman has it quickly, and the runner stays at first. Now there's 2 down.
Right off the hands, and good pitch there from Wiedauer. Bierman makes the play. She's got her sunglasses on at shortstop, looking into that sun field.
Made the grab on the pop-up, 2 down. Top of the order, and Wyszinski with a chance here. The pitch on the way. Ground ball to the right side. First baseman scoops it and tags Wyszinski for the final out in the 5th inning. We've played 5 now at AHS. Redbirds 1, Belleville West nothing. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I can do this. I can actually get her something she wants. Do something extraordinary. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection features the Hercules knot, the ancient symbol of strength that represents the unbreakable bond of love. She definitely deserves a diamond.
The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection, now available at Manakee Jewelers.
Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith. My staff and I love to take great care of our patients. We constantly update our technology, which allows us to complete complex procedures quickly, saving you time and money. Our new LumaSmiles technology allows you to see your new smile without changing a thing.
Patient of the Month, Lewis Michael won a free lunch for all his co-workers.
Come see what your smile can be at Dentistry with TLC.
On to the 6th inning now at Alton High, and it's 3, 4, and 5. Heart of the order here for Belleville West. Top of the 6th, and we are still in a 1-run game, and it's 1-0 Alton.
Moving right along here, and Maroons running out of outs. Boy, they've certainly had the opportunities, but they have 3, 4, 5 due up here in the 6th against Haley Wyszinski, who's pitching a shutout here today, but giving up 5 hits here in the last 3 innings, so still some work left to be done.
Amazing work on the bases today, I guess, for the defense. Alton hit into a double play in the 3rd and the 4th, back-to-back innings. And then West in the 3rd inning had 2 players out at home plate in the inning. The 2nd out and the 3rd out recorded at home, and then they hit into a double play in the 4th inning too. 3rd and 4th innings for both teams in both innings. Double plays. Ball 1 to Bierman. We're underway in the 6th.
1 for 2, grounded out in the 1st, singled. In the 3rd, it was her single that we thought was going to be an RBI single to tie the game up, but that was not the case.
It ended up ending the inning. Easy for me to say.
Say that 10 times.
I can't. 2-0 the count. Number 3 hitter, Claire Bierman. And the pitch. There's a strike. Bierman spells her name B-E-H-R-M-A-N-N. Not the Bierman we're accustomed to. The spelling, anyway. 2-1 the count. Pitch. Just low and inside. 3-1.
Okay, I want you to spell Wyszinski for me without looking at it.
2 Z's in there somewhere.
Somewhere. They're mixed up in, 15 letters?
Couple of C's.
I know there's a W.
W. Swing and a pop-up. Short right. Right fielder coming in. Second baseman going out. And off of the second baseman's glove, Taylor Fritz. And maybe the right fielder's ball, but it ends up being in short right. And it ends up not being an out.
Sutton's got to call her off of that ball and was late getting in there, and I don't know why. I'm looking the whole time waiting for her to come in to make the play. That's a tougher play for the second baseman to make, and unfortunately she'll get charged with the error there, and that's the tying run now at first base. Should have been the first out. Nobody out.
There's a strike to the catcher, Bossler. A single in the 4th inning. Her 3rd at bat against Haley Wyszinski. Right-hander rocks and fires it in. Strike called outside corner. Right around the knees.
Bossler 1 for 2. Grounded out the second. In the second and singled and was doubled off in the 4th inning. Turned out to be a big double play because it was first and second at the time and nobody out.
Low and away, and it gets by the catcher. Runner to second, nobody out.
Boy, that's a costly mistake there.
Low and away, and ticked off of Tickner's glove.
Strikeout would look good right now for Wyszinski. She's only got just a 1 in the game. Another one would be big here.
Swing and a miss, and there it is. A strikeout in the 6th.
Right on cue. Runs probably her best fastball of the day. Boy, that was a good-looking pitch running in on the hands, and that's a huge strikeout there. You get the out, and that runner still does not move from second base. Now there's the runner on second and 1 out.
Ground ball towards short, runner going by. Callahan went for the tag and then threw high, safe. And I guess everybody is safe as Callahan missed that tag out there between second and third, and Coach Dan Carter wants to make sure on a high throw to first the batter is safe. But now they're going to discuss what the base runner did there between second and third. Was she tagged out? Did she go out of the baseline? What's the call?
Well, I don't know. I didn't. It's tough to and they do call her out.
And now,
oh boy.
Now the Belleville West coach doesn't like it. Kelly Bolts.
I don't know what they're calling and where they're calling it, but
if she's out of the baseline or whether it was a tag.
Well, it's tough to make that call for the home plate umpire because he didn't make any indication if she ran out of the baseline. If she ran out of the baseline, it's the base umpire's call. He's the one that has to make that call, not the plate guy, but Dan Carter alertly makes a play, makes the appeal. And boy, he's gonna get away with that one, and I don't want to say get away with it, but it works for him. I'd like to know what they're gonna make the call, or why they're making the call, if they're making the call on the tag or if she's out of the baseline. It's kind of hard to indicate here. You and I are the last to know. Just remember that.
Yeah, it didn't look like from here, and we don't have an angle, but it didn't look like from here that she tagged her.
Where are our TV replays? Dan, get that camera down here. How about the monitor?
I don't think he has that angle for us, but got 2 cameras, but not enough. So now there's 2 outs. Base runner lost again for these 2 teams. There's ball 1 low.
So basically, after all that mumbling I just did, bottom line is it's 2 outs. The run doesn't score. It's still 1-0, and the runner's at first base. How about that?
That takes care of it. And Wyszinski trying to take care of Beegler. Ground ball to short. Callahan fires to first. Out there, and that ends the inning. The 6th inning finished for the Maroons now. And we will go to the bottom of the 6th. And Belleville West coach Kelly Balt's going to talk to the base umpires some more here. Between innings, 1-0 Alton. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got Thorpe, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from Tony.
Yeah! Woo!
The Oilers center ice. 13 has it. Oh, a shot a little bit wide. Oilers keep it in the zone.
Louis Korak and Brent Berkland back at Alton High School. Bottom of the 6th inning, and it's Tickner, Callahan, and Gibbs, and it's ball 1 from Whitehour. And we're underway in the 6th inning in a 1-0 game. 11 hits in the game total. Base runners lost all over the place. 2 double plays for each team. Here's the pitch. Swing and a chopper to third. Third baseman fires across, and Beegler throws out Tickner, 1 out.
Well, the Maroons have been errorless here in this game. They've made the plays. Alton really, they got away with 2 errors in that 6th inning. Normally you don't do that in a 1-0 game. But they did. They've committed 3 errors on the day. But they hold that slim 1-run lead, and 2-3-4 coming up here. They got an opportunity to extend the lead, but we've got 1 up and 1 down so far.
Strike 1 to Callahan.
0 for 2. Popped up in the first. Lined into a inning-ending double play in the 3rd inning and has not batted since.
Line drive off the glove of the third baseman, and it hit her glove in fair territory. They're going to call a foul ball and say that maybe her glove was in foul territory. It looked like it was fair from where she touched it. And so it's going to be strike 2. Boy, I don't know about that call either. From our angle.
I can't tell if she touched it or not. My view was obstructed. I had a catcher, a batter, and an umpire in my way. So I'll let you make the call there.
It looked like it glanced off of Beegler's glove. Now it's a pop fly, sky high, wind and sun, but left fielder Shelton stays with it in short left, 2 down.
Yeah, boy, she got underneath that one and does a nice job out in left field to make that play, and 2 up, 2 down. And here's Gibbs, and she's 2 for 2 today. She's got 2 doubles and has not been fooled at the plate yet.
There's a chopper foul, third base side. First double was right down the line, left field line, and then to left center field, she hit the gap. 2 doubles, 2 for 2, and here in the 6th with 2 outs and nobody on base, the cleanup hitter for the Redbirds hits one up the middle, and it's a base hit to center, 3 for 3.
Good piece of hitting, tried to go run it away. You take it that way, and cleanup hitter doing her job. Taylor Gibbs here today. 3 hits, as you said. 7 hits for Alton on the game. And a 2-out base runner. And Dudley to the plate to try to move her along.
Shelby Dudley, low and away, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. 2 outs here in the 6th. And low and away again to Dudley. Hartman will be next. Redbirds try to keep it alive here and try to get an insurance run sooner or later. 1-0 they lead, and there's a strike. Runner going, delayed steal, and out at second base. Gibbs sliding in and close to being under the tag there, but out at second is the call, and that ends the inning, and we'll go to the 7th. Redbirds 1, Maroons nothing. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Hi, George Weber. Here's 3 more great reasons to visit Weber Chevrolet this fall. Number 1, product. Chevrolet has the best lineup of vehicles in the market today. Cobalt, Malibu, Impala, Silverado, Traverse, Equinox. Reason number 2, the deals. Right now, we have extra incentives and aggressive pricing on all of our units, resulting in huge savings. Number 3, your trade-in. After Cash for Clunkers, we were forced to crush so many of our trades that our pre-owned inventory needs some help. Your used vehicle has never been worth more.
You've worked hard to get where you are, to achieve your goals. And that's why we'll work just as hard to help make sure all you've built has the right protection. As a local independent agent, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family, providing safe, sound, secure protection with Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
See Macias Insurance Agency on West Delmar Avenue in Godfrey.
Louis Korak and Brent Birkeland back at Alton High School. 7th inning now. Redbirds lead it 1-0 in girls softball and looking to go 3-0 in the Southwestern Conference. Killian, Shelton, and Dane, the bottom 3 in the order against Wyszinski.
When's the last time you can say Alton softball went 3-0 to start in the conference? That'd be a pretty good feat here to accomplish. But Haley's got 3 more outs. 7, 8, 9 due up here for the Maroons. It's their last chance to dent the scoreboard.
Foul ball, strike 1 by Killian, second baseman, 0 for 2. 5 hits for West. Wyszinski with 1 walk. That's our only walk of the day. 5-hit shutout. Foul ball, strike 2 now in the 7th. Redbirds with a record of 5-1 overall. Killian grounds it to short. Callahan is there, gets a good hop. Throw to first, out number 1.
0-2 pitch and just a little ground ball, and Callahan makes the play. Always important to get that first out when you're up by 1. 1 up, 1 down. Shelton to the plate. She's 2 for 2. This has been a dangerous hitter here today.
Single in the 3rd, single in the 5th. And the number 9 hitter, 2 sacrifice bunts. She's on deck. No official at bat for her yet. 1 out in the 7th. Here's the pitch. Swinging a pop-up behind 3rd. Callahan calling for it. She has it. Fair ball, and Callahan grabs it in short left.
Nice play. Had to go a long way. That's hit into that Bermuda Triangle area over there. Behind the 3rd base bag into short left along that line. Long run that time for the Alton left fielder Hartman. I don't know if she would have been able to get there to make the play. Callahan took control, made the catch. 2 up, 2 down. 1 out to go here.
Here's Wyszinski's pitch. Number 9 hitter, Mary Dane, takes strike 1.
And like you said, no official at bat. A couple of sacrifices, so she's executed both times she's been asked to lay a bunt down, but now needs to get on base to extend this game.
1-0 Redbirds, 7th inning. Pitch, swinging a ground ball to short. Callahan has it, and Redbirds win 1-0. Callahan throws out Dane at first. 1-2-3, go the Maroons. Back with a postgame in a moment. Alton 1, Belleville West nothing. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
I can do this. I can actually get her something she wants. Do something extraordinary. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection features the Hercules knot, the ancient symbol of strength that represents the unbreakable bond of love. She definitely deserves a diamond.
The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection, now available at Manakee Jewelers.
Louis Korak and Brent Birkeland back to wrap things up. An Alton High victory. They're now 6-1, 3-0 in the conference as they win it 1-0 over Belleville West today.
Wyszinski does it all. Did it at the plate, did it with her bat. Her home run held up as the only run of the game, and I was thinking here for a while, watch this wind up being the only run of the game. Sure enough, it was. Nice job defensively for Haley behind her, even though there were a couple of miscues out there. But how about Callahan? 7 putouts today, including the last 4 outs. She set down all 3 batters in that 7th inning when the Maroons had their last chance to maybe push a run across.
And 1-0 the final. Again, the very first batter for Alton today. It was Wyszinski, and she went deep, sent it over the left field fence. 1 run, and with those 4 double plays, 2 for each team, that 1 run holds up somehow.
You don't see that very often, and it's just a case for Belleville West where they just made some mental blunders on the bases. They had opportunities to move runners along, execute well, get some runners across the plate. They had an opportunity to win this game. They just did not make the plays on the bases, and that's what really hurt them here today. Wiedauer didn't pitch a bad game. Neither one really pitched a bad game. They didn't make too many mistakes out there, but that's usually the case. If in softball, we've seen it enough times, you scratch a run across somehow, it could hold up, and sure enough, that was the case here today.
1-0 the final as we wrap things up from Alton High. Lady Redbirds again now 6-1, 3-0 in the conference. Belleville West falls to 1-2 in Southwestern Conference play. Thanks to my partner Louis Korak and to our engineer, Mike Montgomery, back at the ranch. Thanks to all of our sponsors. This is Brent Birkeland from Alton High. So long, everybody.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Manakee Jewelers. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. Olin Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Professional, independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Dentistry with TLC. Stop hiding and start smiling. Quality Buick, Pontiac, GMC, Cadillac. Serving the Riverbend for 52 years.